Can I bring it back to this issue of competitiveness, Magda? And the Draghi report has urged Europe to regain its competitive edge, especially the car makers. What progress is being made?
It is not only the Draghi report, of course, that we have been following, but indeed the topic of competitiveness is the lead theme that is now on the agenda of this new College of Commissioners that started on the 1st of December last year. We change every 5 years with a group of commissioners representing EU member states. And we have been really listening carefully to the automotive sector of Europe. It's an important sector. It employs millions of people. It brings a lot in terms of GDP to countries.
What are they saying? What are they telling you?
They are telling us that we need to try to make sure that there is a level playing field assured for them, but also that we look not only towards what's now on the table, but what's in the future. At the beginning of March, we put on the table automotive action plan after hours and hours of consultations and talks with the automotive industry. And what I found very interesting is that the first point that they really wanted us to focus is not just competitiveness, but innovation and digitalization. Because what they are telling us is decarbonization, green electric vehicles are important, but what's even more important is this future connected autonomous mobility that will simply change how cars run around roads in Europe and globally.
I'm curious, I mean, more immediately, though, are they not talking to you about potentially needing tariffs to try and restrain or constrain the flood of Chinese EVs into the European market?
We've already introduced tariffs, but what is more important, we are watching very carefully what the situation. We will be looking not only into the development of the market when it comes to cars as such, but also what is the production of batteries is looking like. And of course, we are in constant dialogue also with Chinese authorities to see how it can be addressed. Commissioner for Trade, Maroš Šefčovič, is heading to China as we speak. So let's see where it brings us.
You know, Magda, one of the things that fascinates me, the difference between the EU approach, European approach, and the American approach, is with Europe. You know, there are tariffs on Chinese EV imports, but at the same time, though, Europe seems to be a lot more open to Chinese investment in the EU to build capacity, right? So, you know, you end up having them build cars and sell them in the zone, but also create jobs as well, whereas so far we haven't seen that in the U.S. Yet. Are there limits to this, though? How much Chinese investment Europe is willing to allow?
It's not so much that we have set limits, but what we do have is an instrument which is called Foreign Direct Investments Regulation, which we are using to also assess whether those foreign direct investments that come in Europe and that we absolutely need, because as you said yourself, they create growth, they create jobs, they form part of EU economy, but we also want to make sure that they are done in a way that do not undermine economic development of European companies. And also we are checking whether companies coming into the EU from whichever country in the world, just to be very clear, this foreign direct investment approach is not specifically targeting any single country, that those companies that come, that they are not profiting from unfair public support in the countries they come from.
Subsidies is what you're talking about.
I didn't want to use that word.
Yeah, I'll say it, subsidies, yeah. State subsidies.